Welcome everybody to another episode of Flip This Crypto. And today we are going to talk about polar nodes. We're going to try to go through this pretty fast and spend a lot of time, more informational videos. Me and Lee have been involved in several of these for, I guess, a couple months now, right?
6 weeks, give or take. Most of them, a lot of them, that's about how old they are.
That's the age of all of them, pretty much.
Yeah, there definitely should be a disclaimer. It's not your node that requires hardware, software, and dedicated. It's NaaS, NaaS, node as a service.
Nodes as a service. These are not validator nodes. These are just
right.
Nodes as a service. So
yeah, and most of all of them, we're going to cover. You pretty much lock in / donate your, what do you call it, your initial investment, I guess. I don't want to say lose, but you're donating it to the project. That's how I tell people when I'm talking about it anyways. And you're guaranteed a certain reward percentage, generally daily, based on the amount you invest and the amount of the token that bought you, and so on and so forth. And so yeah, dive on into it.
Polar nodes. All right. So this is polar nodes. I nerded out a little bit on this one. I was playing around with some school stuff, but all right. So they've got 4 different tiers. This is tier 1, Mount Fuji. They're all set up as mountains. Their nodes are set up, but most of these things are theme based. So
yeah.
The theme around this one, I guess, is mountains. And so at $2.22 per token, 30 tokens, $66.60 is the initial investment out of pocket. You use AVAX, buy the token. I'll go to the website and show you the screen in a minute, the interface, the user interface. And the yield of this one, the return on the investment that you get on this is 0.45 tokens per day, and that averages out to about $1 a day if the price stays at $2.22. I made this PowerPoint 2 days ago, and today the coin it was 205 or 206 a minute ago. So crypto goes up, crypto goes down. It's just part of what happens. 66.6 days is the ROI on this one, the return on your investment. That is in tokens. That is not in value, dollar value. Just so that there is no confusion, when I say ROI, that is token return on investment, not dollar value. So
is your ROI based with any kind of claim tax or fee, or is that just the actual how long it takes you to get back your 66?
Okay, let me jump. I'll jump to that in just a minute. Okay.
Yep.
There is a claim tax, but
okay, I just didn't want people to know or to think they were for sure get them if there's a 10% or 20% tax. So
well, if you claim prior to your return, then there's it's 19 or 19.9% or something like that. That's why I was gonna
gotcha.
Get to it in a minute.
Okay,
it's on the website. It shows it on there.
Gotcha.
Listed as level 2, Mount Blanc. This is a Mount Blanc, and
or Mont Blanc, as most people probably know it.
It's a Mount Blanc, and at $2.22 per token, 55 tokens is the buy-in on this one, and that's $122.10 out of pocket. And the yield on this one is 0.99 tokens per day, $2.20 per day, if the price stays at 222, and it's a 55.55 day ROI on this one. And so level 3 would be Mount Kilimanjaro, and at $2.22 per token, 250 tokens is the buy-in on this one. $555 is the initial investment out of pocket, and the yield on this one is 4.99 tokens per day, $11.10 per day if the token stays at $2.22, and 50-day is the ROI. And yeah, go ahead, Lee, because
We're gonna call that Mount Ush. Yeah, we're not gonna butcher it any more than that. Mount Ush,
yeah, Ushwai,
that place.
yep, that's the one. 400 tokens, $888. If the token is $2.22, and the yield is 9.19 tokens per day, $20.42 per day if the token stays at 222, and it is a 43.48 day ROI. Mount Everest, level 5, 1,000 tokens, $2,220 is the initial investment. If the token stays at $2.22, $34.99 tokens per day, and it's $77.70 per day that you can claimable every day. And there is a tax on these. We'll get that in a second. 2857 is 28.57 day ROI on this one. That's incredibly low.
Yeah.
And let me stop this screen share. I'll jump over here to.
We should, while you're doing that, I'll talk on. We should say that this is obviously not financial advice. The premise of these projects is to give them your X amount of money for whatever node, and essentially they invest it. And the theory is to pay you rewards for lifetime, which that could be lifetime of the project. It could be lifetime and lifetime. It just depends on if they are successful in using the money to invest in the right places, if they have the right amount of rewards, if they have the least amount of sell pressure in these projects. Many of them have had to adjust their rewards. What we're giving you is just the current version. A lot of them have had to reduce them, but you got to figure if you give somebody $1,000 and you get, $10 a day, so that's $3,600 in a year. So I mean, they got to make sure it makes sense that the treasury, the fund can grow and afford to pay it, or it's going to drive the price down and tank the project. So that's just kind of the basic premise of everything. Go ahead, Rick.
All right, so this is the app on there. It's app.polarnodes.finance. And as you can see, the price is at $2.05 right now. I mean, it's consistently stayed around $2 for a while now. That being said, these projects aren't 5 or 6 weeks old, so
it hasn't taken the beat. It took an earlier beating. I think it got some FUD. It took an earlier beating because I thought it was, honestly, I forgot about it. Thought it was going to kind of flame out. But as everything's got this beating here in the last week, it's kind of held its own, within 5% swings when a lot of things are down 20 or 30%.
Yeah. So here's the nodes, the user interface and how you create a node and how you claim a node and all that stuff. So how I got the values earlier is directly off of their web page here. I'm gonna go down here to Everest because it's the easiest one. 1,000 tokens, and the yield is 5.833333 polar per claim every 4 hours, and that comes to 34.99 tokens per day, and that gives me, when I divide that by how many tokens that I had to put into it, that gives me my return on the investment, how long it's going to actually take to recover all of those tokens back. So if you can see this, I don't know if you can see my cursor or not right now, but if you can, right here in the middle of the screen, it says claim before ROI, 19% tax. That's what Lee had asked about earlier. So if I claim my tokens down here where claim rewards, if I claim that prior to getting that 28.57 days, then they're going to tax me 19% for claiming. So, take that for what it's worth. If the token goes up 60% and you claim, to me, that's a win, even if they tax you 20% because it's up.
And I do like on their dash, they show you what your pending rewards are, including the ROI tax.
Yes. Including
So
the
you're
ROI.
not thinking that you have 15 and you really, if you're going to claim, you only have that 9.39. This is
Yep.
what we're going to give you if you claim right now. I do like that they break that down.
Now, I've got a Mont Blanc. Mount Blanc. And before, I actually made another note earlier today. And before I did this, my claim before ROI was 0% on mine. Yeah. And it had been, I've claimed a couple times and it never did change until I made that new one a little while ago. So
they caught up to you, huh?
Yeah.
Well, they caught you double dipping.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely.
And they do have no limits. I saw that because actually, Mount Everest was within 100 or 150 of its max, I think. Yeah, 100. Is it say 1650? Yeah, yeah. So I might have to jump on one of those here soon.
Yeah, because you're running out of time. Definitely.
Yeah. And I think that's the first project I've seen to actually announce their cap. A lot of projects have talked about it, particularly Thor, but have not set the cap.
When they did their upgrade not too long ago, they were allowing people to upgrade their nodes into bigger ones.
Mm-hmm.
And there's down here, if you say max level up global or whatever,
yeah,
I'm thinking that's where that was. And so they only allowed so many to upgrade like that. And if you look down here, the level up global or whatever, those are maxed out. I don't know how, because that's level 1. Maybe that's why. I don't know. I tried doing it a little while ago. It wouldn't let me when I made one.
Gotcha.
So I may have just been doing it wrong. I don't know.
Quick side note before we wrap up. My advice, although not general financial advice, is if you're going to get an any node project, ROI as soon as possible. Get your money out. Get to zero, and get on house money.
Yep.
Play it safe. I mean, unless it's money you really just don't care about, and you're going to throw it in there and you're going to let it run 6 months before you claim it, that's your choice. If you're just dipping your toe in the pool and want to play, throw 100, 200, 300 bucks at it, like I said, I would do it and get your, like I said, get your cash value. I should say your cash value too, because like Rick said, the coin's going to change. If you jump in now and the price triples in 3 weeks, your cash value, you can get it out super quick because what you spent, your tokens that you have are 3 times more valuable than what you paid for them.
Even at a 20% tax, if it goes up, it triples, then
yeah, you're still in the home run. And right now, a lot of these have a good entry point because the market's in the toilet and stuff going on across the globe. But yeah, I would recommend get in, let it add up for you, cash out. And then if it lasts a month and dies, it doesn't matter. Or if it goes 6 months, man, then you're really home run scot-free. Then you can compound, add, move around, whatever.
Yep.
That's all for Flip This Crypto. That's Polar Nodes. And we're going to move on to another node project and go through their interface. And we'll see you on the next episode.
Flip it good.
That's right.
Flip This Crypto is intended for entertainment and educational purposes only. We are not financial advisors and are not registered to provide financial advice. Our opinions and the opinions of the guests appearing on our show are strictly our own. The cryptocurrencies discussed on the show and various forms of social media are not a solicitation to purchase or sell any security in any form. If you decide to buy, sell, or trade any of the cryptocurrencies or securities discussed on the show, Flip This Crypto is not responsible for any gains nor losses that may result from the opinions of the host or guest. The best way to learn about any of the vast amounts of cryptocurrencies available is to do your own research.